I love magic, but becoming good at it is really, really hard. But what if you could 3D print magic tricks that don't take any skill and just work? Well, lucky for you, I found a bunch of free, completely self-working magic tricks that you can 3D print. We have a box and we have a pen. And yes, this is an actual pen that you can write with. Basically, all we do is we take the pen and we literally just shove it through the box. It goes through the other side with no problems, right? I mean, you're just shoving a pen through a box. Take the pen out of the box and I go ahead and remove this piece in the center here. I can once again shove the pen through the box. Now, if you couldn't tell, basically there's just some kind of mechanism on the inside so that when you push in the right spot over here, this little piece pops out. And as for the pen, the cap just slides down like this, allowing you to basically shove it in and make it look like you're pushing the pen in when really you're just hiding in your hand. I rate this trick maybe a 6 out of 10 because it's pretty cool, but it's a little bit janky and a little bit hard to do. This next trick is a classic. Basically, all you do is you open it and you put something in it like this 3D printer hot end, for example. So all you do is take an object, put it in the tray, close it, and then voila, it disappears. Basically, all that happens is this tray is actually 2 trays, and there's this little switch on the back. So when it's to the left, it's just a normal drawer that opens and closes. But if you close it and then push the switch to the right, the tray that has the objects stays inside of the box, making it look like it disappeared. I'd rate this one maybe an 8 out of 10 because it's overall pretty cool, but like most of these prints, it's a little bit janky. This next one's pretty similar to the last one. The only difference is instead of using a random object, you have to use a coin. All you do is put it in the tray like so. When you slide it into the case, it disappears. And then all you have to do is turn it around and it reappears. Basically, all that's happening is, as you can see, there's a hole on each side of the tray here, and on the inside is actually another tray that slides back and forth like this. And then there's a little plastic needle on the inside that pushes the tray back and forth depending on which direction you put it in. I'd rate this one maybe a 9 out of 10 because it's really cool, and compared to a lot of these prints, it's not that janky. For this next one, you have this pencil here. I know it's not actually a pencil, just pretend it's a pencil. And what you do is you take the pencil, you slide it into the box, and then watch this. You break it in half, like so. And as you can see, all the pieces fall out, and now the pencil is completely broken, as you can see. But if I put all the pieces back in the exact order they originally came out, watch what happens. As you can see, the pencil is completely restored. This one is really, really simple. Basically, when you break it like this, the pencil's not actually getting broken, it's just hiding somewhere inside the box. And these are completely separate from the pencil. And as you can see, when you open it, it hides the pencil and shows you the pieces. When you close it, it hides the pieces and just shows you the pencil. So there you have it. Those are some of the coolest 3D printed magic tricks I could find. Now, unfortunately, none of them were actually that good, which is why I'm actually gonna show you a card trick that's not self-working, but it's pretty easy and it doesn't require any kind of janky 3D printed magic tricks. And trust me, this is a really, really good trick. Now first, I'm gonna show you the trick and then I'm gonna teach you how to do it. So for this trick, I'm gonna hold the cards like so and I'm gonna riffle through the deck and ask the spectator to say stop whenever. It genuinely doesn't matter where they say to stop. So let's say they stopped right here, and this is their card, the 6 of hearts. Now, they're gonna look at that card, the 6 of hearts, everybody remember the 6 of hearts, and they're gonna put it back in the middle of the deck, like so. And then I'm gonna ask them to focus on the deck, and I'm gonna wave my hand over it and ask them if they saw it. Did you see it? Now, usually the first time you do it, they'll answer no, they didn't see it. This is when you go through the deck, and as you can see, one card has changed color, and that is the 6 of hearts. Now I'm gonna let them hold the card and have them put their hand over it so that I can't touch it. We'll just put this tape measure on top of it. And then I'm gonna do the trick again. I'm once again gonna hold the cards like this and riffle through the deck and ask them to say stop whenever. Let's say they stop right there. Now this is their card completely randomly chosen out of the middle of the deck, right? Now, we're gonna once again put it in the middle of the deck and we can shuffle it up. It really doesn't matter. And now, once again, I'm gonna ask them to focus on the top card and ask them if they saw it. Now, usually the second time you do it, they'll say yes. I don't know why. I've just noticed that they always say yes, to which I usually say, no, you didn't, because nothing happened. I already did the trick. This is your card. Now, this is actually a trick that I invented and nobody else in the world knows, and today I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Now, I'm gonna break it up into a beginner and an advanced version, which is what I just showed you. Now, we'll start with the beginner. Basically, all you need is a deck of cards and a differently colored card, and you're gonna wanna find the corresponding differently colored card in the deck. So, in this case, the 10 of hearts, it's right there, and you're gonna wanna take the differently colored card, put it somewhere in the middle of the deck, it doesn't really matter, and then take the actual card and put it on the bottom. And then what we're gonna do is something called a force, where we basically make them think that they got a random card, but they didn't actually get a random card. So this force basically works like this. You're gonna have them riffle through the deck, or actually you're gonna riffle through the deck and have them tell you stop wherever. Let's say they say stop right there. As you can see, they got the 10 of hearts. And although that may look really difficult, it's actually really easy. All you have to do is put the card that you want to force on the bottom, and then you're going to hold the cards kind of like this, and then as you're coming in, you're going to push the bottom card over with your fingers like so that when you riffle through the deck and they tell you stop, you can grab that card like that, square it up against the deck, and it looks like it came out of the middle of the deck and was completely randomly chosen. Next, all you're gonna do is put it back on top of the deck. You can even shuffle it up if you want, just be careful not to reveal the blue card in the deck. And then you're just gonna spread through the cards until you find the blue card, which in this case is the 10 of hearts, which is the card that they picked. Now, in the more advanced version, we actually do it twice, but in two completely different ways. So once again, we'll need a differently colored card and the corresponding card in the deck. This time we're gonna take the red card and put it on the bottom, and then we're gonna take the blue card and put it underneath it. So we have two 10 of hearts on the bottom. Oops, my camera fell. So as you can see, we have the blue 10 of hearts on the bottom and the red 10 of hearts just above it. And then what we're gonna do is the first time we riffle through the deck, we're genuinely gonna let them pick a completely random card. And then as they're looking at the card, this is the top of the deck and this is the bottom of the deck. As they're looking at the card, they'll completely forget which is which. All you have to do is have them put it in your right hand, which is actually the top of the deck, and then you take the bottom of the deck and put it on top of the deck with this card sandwiched in the middle, which basically puts it right underneath the blue card, just like that. So now, if you snap your fingers and you go through the deck, as you can see, there is a blue card. And then what you're gonna have to do is something called a double lift, where you basically pick up two cards and make it look like one. Now this can take quite a bit of practice to learn, but I'll link some tutorials in the description. But you're basically just gonna do a double lift like so, and then you're gonna give them the card, and don't let them look at it and have them put their hand over it. That way you can't touch it. And then you're gonna wanna take this half of the deck and put it back on top. Make sure that you keep the 10 of hearts on the bottom, like so. And then you're just gonna do the beginner version of the trick where you slide the card over on the bottom and riffle through the deck and force the card on them, right? The 10 of hearts. And then you shuffle up the deck. Once again, you have them stare at the top card, you wave over it and you say, did you see anything change? And they're gonna say yes. I don't know why they say yes, but they always say yes the second time, to which you say, no, you didn't, nothing happened, I already did it. That is not only one of the best tricks I know, but I also invented it, and this is the first time anybody else besides me has ever known how to do it, so you're welcome. Well, that's all I got for today's video. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs, and I'll see you in the next one.